What's going on there, you fiddlers? Nick Daniels here yet again, and we're doing a little video. 4 in 1 day, dude. 4 in 1 day. That's sick, bruh. 4 in 1 day. We're in the exact same shirt, gaming channel shirt, by the way, and it's ironic because that's what we're going to talk about. So I want to talk about why I never really got into streaming. Just gonna call it like it is here. I didn't really have that good of the internet. I used to stream years ago. Back on the Lemon the Man channel. So what I used to do was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, because I didn't play the first one. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, zombies, a little bit of multiplayer, and it was, you know, like, oh fuck, be like, you know, 8 hours, right, of just like straight going. And I used to get, you know, sometimes, you know, I had like 15 people in there. I was pretty stoked because I had a channel with like nobody, like barely any followers, right? Like we're talking like 20 followers if I was lucky. Probably not even that, like 4. So to have like 15 people was like, holy crap, you know. One thing I've always liked about Twitch streaming now is the fact that you can really interact with the audience in real time. Hang on. That was weird. That was the gayest wave he ever did. How you doing? Anyway, J-Dog. But anyway, like I was saying, and no disrespect, really, he's a fucking good guy. So yeah, you can interact with the audience, which is something that it's a little harder to do on YouTube. Of course, people can just comment and I can reply to them. But I've always really liked YouTube better than streaming. Now, I mean, I see like the IRL streamers. I know it sounds fucking stupid, but in real life streamers, so like, you know, you carry a camera with you, and obviously it's got Wi-Fi or whatever data, and he can just send that off, and that's kind of cool. And some crazy things happen when they do that, which is kind of neat. But that's not really for me. Maybe like the podcast or something. I mean, maybe I'd get behind that. But I don't feel like live streaming's for me. Again, like, at least if you're gaming, you have to have the internet connection to do it. That's one of the biggest things. And I don't think my computer could handle it either. It can handle the recording. But at least the recording, you can, like, you know, do it at your own time. For example, your own expense. You can put away a clip of 10 minutes of footage. You can go over that the next day with your audio, and you don't like it, you can redo it, and you can really edit that and make it look clean. But the live streaming's just straight up like, you know, that's just it. It's just whatever kind of happens. And there's problems with live streams, man. The mic cuts out, whatever, and it's like, ah, fuck, right, there's nothing I can do. Trolls get in there. I've seen a lot of live streams where that's just the biggest thing. It's just people spamming the guy so badly that he's just quitting. And I feel like that with a live stream, like, you kind of have to stick to like a good schedule, same as YouTube. And then live streaming now, like, you're kind of sitting down, like, you want to at least sit down for like an hour, right? You know, hour, 2 hours. YouTube, right? I can just literally spend 10 minutes, make a video, and publish it. The best thing about this, where I said originally that I had 4 videos, I've made 4 videos today on the camera. I'm going on my break, and I make 2 videos per break, so 15 minutes normally. Is that I can put these away in the next couple days. I've got videos now that I can upload. The thing about my videos is I don't do them on topics normally that are hot topics, because what will happen is that a topic will just die out a week later, right? And then nobody's gonna watch it. The video, I may be posting this after, before, probably before. We're talking about making a blog. Well, joke's on you if you didn't see it yet. Nice. And I thought about making a blog. This article, like, flat out said, it's like, if you're gonna make a blog, basically, yes, do not pick topics that are just immediately big news, whatever, because what's gonna happen is they're just gonna die out, and then nobody's looking it up, and that's it. So you want something that's gonna be passive, that people are gonna still look up over time. They're gonna keep looking at that and reading, and it's always just gonna be information that someone's gonna want to read into. Same goes for YouTube. I know a lot of people do like the big news, but in all reality, like, even when I've watched those, I don't really go back and watch them. You know, or for example, if something happened like a month ago, I might not necessarily be looking it up because, you know, that was a month ago. It's over. Right? Like, it could have just been anything. It could have been like a man robbed a store last week. I understand there's bigger news topics that obviously people will be looking up. Like, for example, like 9/11. Like, you know, that is a historic event of a massive tragedy that happened. And, you know, that, of course, will, you know, people should be educated on and learn about that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I mean, if a guy runs into like a convenience store with a hammer and like takes the money and leaves and no one got hurt, I don't think that's a story I'm going to want to read about. you know, like a week later. That's going to be just recycled immediately. I'm just saying. So I don't know, but that's just kind of the thoughts of the video there, folks. Like the regurgitated content, you know, kind of making, you know, that kind of shit. And then, of course, the main topic, which was to be the Twitch streaming. And not to say Twitch, but like YouTube streaming and all that. And I've done this before, and I mean, I've had trolls come in too, right? And it gets kind of annoying because, you know, they know they're just being assholes. And I actually had a buddy in real life, here in conclusion, that came into my YouTube stream and was like, oh man, like just being a complete fucking ass. And I know him, and he is an ass in real life, so to have him in there was a problem. And it was basically just telling me, like, I'm a virgin, you know, you need to get laid, you know, you're a pussy kind of thing. You know, how's that $700 camera treating you for like 2 people watching kind of thing? Well, and I had, you know, you have to keep correcting them, because it's like, listen, okay, the camera doesn't cost $500 or $700, right? It was $500 at the time. So, I mean, again, that's $200 difference, so there's something wrong there, for one. More than 2 people are watching. Actually, there's 47. Thank you. And, again, it's a hobby. Someone will frown upon, and I know this is supposed to be a conclusion, but I'm going to keep it going for a minute here. Somebody's going to frown upon that. They're going to say, you spent $500, you're barely entertaining anybody. Like, what a waste of money that is. I said, listen, this is basically the argument. This is a hobby of mine that I enjoy. If nobody watched, I'd be damn well still happy with it, because at least I'm still doing something I enjoy. I like looking at a camera, and I like talking to a camera, and I enjoy that, right? And nobody should be able to tell you that that's like freedom of speech. They should be able to tell you that. Listen, that's a waste of money. But nobody can tell you, like, to buy it or not buy it. I bought it, I'm happy with it, and you know what? They can say whatever they want. Doesn't bother me. People go out, that guy will go out to the bar and spend a ridiculous amount of money on alcohol. I will say that's a waste of money. 1 second. Right? I'll call it right out like it is. I'll say, I believe that's a waste of money. Right? And if you're gonna drink, I was like, why don't you go home, buy some booze at the liquor store where it's not overpriced at a bar, drink and then go, right? And then you might only spend $30 compared to $50. Now, of course, apparently that's a waste of money in my, you know, in his opinion. You might as well go to the bar and drink, right? Now, the problem there is that they do it consistently. So you might not look at, like, say, again, $50 a night, and you had a good night, but like, where do you get the value over time of that $50? You don't. People say, oh, I remember it. I had a good time. Well, that's nice, right? But I spent $500, which, yeah, is a lot more money, and I still have it. Every day I have that item, and I can use it, and every day I can enjoy it. I don't see how that's a bad thing. I don't. I can't, like, fundamentally see that. And you know what? I bought all that stuff for the streaming, and, well, YouTube technically, but for the streaming, I enjoy it. Again, people have said that you know, hey man, I think you wasted your money there, like that totally looks like a waste of time. You know what? I said, it doesn't matter. I said, I enjoy producing what I do. And that's what matters. And again, I get the longevity of entertainment out of these items. These items I can look at, and I can still enjoy tomorrow, the day after that. Smoking, you can't. Drinking, you can't. Gambling, you can't. Gambling, you could argue because you won money, right? But again, the probability of that's actually quite unlikely. Like, there's just certain things that you're not going to enjoy each and every day that you have to spend money on. Like, you go pay a woman $6 for, you know, for some dome, and you know, 10 minutes later, that's it. Thanks. Right? Okay, I spent $500. Yeah, you know what? It's a lot of money up front, but I've still got it, like, months and months and months later, and I'm still enjoying it months and months and months later, right? And once you do $60 and you keep adding that up, just saying you get that much dome, but whatever, there you go. You know, or you just get free sex, but I mean, too good to be true, right? So anyway, that's going to sum it up for the video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're going to have to see in the next video, and yeah, I think that'll be it. As always, up here, we're already done recording.